Hi, I'm Rob Sloan, one of the marketing faculty at Conestoga, and I'm going to show you how I would approach creating a infographic in Easily. Once I've logged into Easily, I'd use a blank template, clicking on that, and what comes up is actually a template that isn't quite blank, has a few things on it, and so I'll erase those various things from my template, delete, and now I have a blank template to work from. I'm going to start by importing a picture onto my template. I may already have a picture saved in file, or if I don't, I can go to Google Images, and I'm going to call up skier or skiing. I'm going to go over to Tools here in the menu bar, and I'm going to one that has usage rights labeled for non-commercial use with modification. This way I know that I'm using a photo that I have rights to use. I'm not taking someone's intellectual property. So I'm going to look at these various pictures. I kind of like the look of this one here. So I'll click on that, right click, and I'm going to save the image as a JPEG file, JPG, and I'm going to save it into my pictures folder. Save. Now I'll leave that and I'll go back to my infographic template. It says here on the top, upload. I'm going to upload, and I'm going to upload this picture. I have a few other pictures in there from my trial runs. I'm going to take my download JPEG, and I'm going to load it right in here. Okay, choose files, and I've loaded it here. Now, I need to resize this so that it'll cover the entire canvas. So I move it over, I move it down. Oh, just have to have a look at the bottom here. I'll move it down. You'll notice it's compressed the picture a little bit as well, and so I'm going to pull it out to make it fit. You don't have to cover the entire surface. You can do other things. You can just put an image at the top, or you can have multiple images. I'm choosing to do it this way. Now I'll close the pictures down, and now I can look specifically at my image. It's a little granular. I might go and pick another one later, but for this purpose, let's look at how we can now put on some text. I want to bring some objects into my infographic, so I click on Objects here, and under the pull-down tab, I'm going to go into Shapes. There's many different choices that you can make. I'll just go into Shapes, and I'm going to use circles. So if you grab the circle, drag it on, you can do that multiple times if you like, or you can right-click and you can copy and paste. I've now got several circles in here. And now I'm going to start to tell the story about my skier, since this is an infographic. So I move to text, click on text. I'm going to use a large sized one here, header. I drag it in, drag my text in and click. Now the text defaults to black, so actually I'm going to change the color of my circle right up here, and I'm going to take a softer color for that. And now I'm going to bring in the text. So I'll bring in my header. I can double click, and now I can enter my information. Remember, this is an infographic, so I want to say something about the person. So I'll say, hi. My name is Jill. Now I add a little text here just to reduce the time it takes to do it. I'm centering it, and I say, okay, maybe I need a little bit smaller circle for that one. For my introduction. My name is Jill. There we go. And now I move on to the next one. I need a little room here, so I'll move that one over. And now I'll expand this. I'm going to change the color again. Something a little different this time. And now I'm going to bring in text in the same way. Text. I'll go for the header size. Double click. Here now I've sped it up and I've added a little more text into that one. I've looked at geographic. You also can look at demographic and psychographic and behavioral aspects and include them in your profile. Along the way, I want you to save your work. So save. It's given it a number you can see up here, but you're going to save it. File, save as, and you're going to give it a name, something like Skier. And I'll call mine Skier 01. Once you've finished, you need to download it and put it into the assignments folder in Econestoga. So if you're at the top here, you go to download. I want you to download a low quality version of it. This one we can do for free, and it generates an infographic for you. You'll save it to whatever file you normally do, or you can save it in your downloads. Save. And at this point, you need to go to Econestoga. So here's my Econestoga class. I need to go into Course Tools, Assignments for your marketing class. You'll see Infographic Exercise 3. And you're going to add a file. Mine's on my computer. I can upload it in a number of different ways. Go to the file. In this case, I have it down at the bottom. I can upload that and add. If I need to make any comments, I can include it in here. I can certainly enter my name, submitted by R. Sloan. And submit. So that's now saved, and you're done, and you can exit. Each of you will have a unique story that you can tell about your skier, but that's the basic process that I would follow in creating an infographic.